Hello everybody and welcome to the Tube. We got a super tight show for you this evening and that's what's on it. The American Republican Party creates a horrible video game. Groundbreaking Israeli startup teaches humanoid robots to help stroke victims. Jessica Alba makes $1 billion with her startup. Russian scientist hopes to harvest the clouds for water and electricity. The Social Watch and more. But let's start with with a mother's voice. The mother of an American hostage being held by the Islamic State forces released an emotional online video appeal to his capture on Wednesday. Shirley Sotloff, the mother of the 31-year-old freelance journalist Stephen J. Sotloff, addressed her plea directly to Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, the leader of ISIS and the self-declared caliph of the Muslim world. Sotloff is a freelance journalist and has been missing since August 2013. His family initially kept word of his disappearance secret, but Sotloff was pictured in a video showing the execution of American journalist James Foley released by ISIS last week. Here is the disturbing video.
I'm sending this message to you, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi al-Qurashi al-Husseini, the Caliph of the Islamic State. I am Shirley Sotloff. My son Stephen is in your hands. Stephen is a journalist who traveled to the Middle East to cover the suffering of Muslims at the hand of tyrants. Stephen is a loyal and generous son, brother, and grandson. He's an honorable man and has always tried to help the weak. We have not seen Stephen for over a year and we miss him very much. We want to see him home safe and sound and to hug him. As a mother, I ask your justice to be merciful and not punish my son for matters he has no control over. I ask you to use your authority to spare his life and to follow the example set by the Prophet Muhammad, who protected people of the book. I want what every mother wants, to live to see her children's children. I plead with you to grant me this.
Yeah, we all pray for his return. Now, games and politics, they go together like a horse and carriage, don't they? No, probably not. But now the Republican Party in the US has a new video game and they want you to play it. In this free 8-bit game, Mission Majority, players control an elephant named GOP, like the name of the party, GOP, as they try to help a campaign get more volunteers while avoiding evil taxers. The latter are deployed by Senate Majority Leader Henry Reid and President Obama to thwart your efforts and suppress their high taxes, or mute the misleading words of mudslingers. The goal is, and I quote, to escape their false and empty rhetorics. In the game's welcome screen, GOP says, "Hi, my name is GOP. I'm one of the GOP's best volunteers for the 2014 midterm, and I'm here to show you how we can win back the Senate," which doesn't help the game avoid from being horrible. Yes, it's all fun and game until your party loses the election. Okay, now robots, we all love robots. Listen to this story. The medical world is still trying to figure out how to treat those who need constant treatment. A new Israeli company may have found the perfect answer. Yes, robots. Abracadabra Robotics, founded earlier this year by 2 Israeli women, plans to start testing its personal social assistive robots at Tel HaShomer Hospital in 6 months. Starting with robots to help stroke victims, later they hope to make other helpful artificial beings. Now they are in the midst of a tight startup competition, and we thought it was as good a time as any to talk to Dr. Marina Fridin, CTO and co-founder at Abracadabra Robotics, to tell us how to change patient lives with the help of robots. Good evening, Marina.
Good evening.
But before we want to talk, I want to take another look at NAO, our favorite humanoid robot. Take a look. We're going to talk in a minute.
doing?
Fine, thanks. Are you ready to do some work this morning?
Sure.
You say you love me. No, you say you love me. No, you say you love me.
Wow, that's a little robot.
Yeah, it is great technology, but problem with this technology is it is very useful with the children. However, we are going to help with the elderly people after stroke or other with other disabilities. So we need to create another character that will be useful with the elderly people, and we're going to build this character with a firm in Portugal, RoboSavis, that's going to help us to build this humanoid.
It's now on screen, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. This is our robot, and the main idea of our product is to create social interaction between robot and the elderly people. Given this social interaction, we will be able to create constant companionship for the post-stroke patient 24/7, and to help them to deal with depression and to perform therapeutical exercise as more as possible, and it will lead for almost full recovery or as best recovery as possible.
So let me just get a picture of it, okay?
Yeah.
Someone got a stroke, he has a long term of, he needs to be taken care of for a long while until he can get back to on his feet. What does the robot actually do?
Robot going to be with the patient for a long time, in the beginning in the hospital, and they will start therapeutical process there. Robot going to play with the elderly different therapeutical games. For example, robot could ask people to dress up beautifully and to take a picture and to send it to the family, and it's something that could help people to be connected with the family and to perform at the same time rehabilitation process, to
And
dress
people are
up.
cooperative with the robot?
It is a very good question. We saw a lot of researches in scientific laboratories that proved that elderly people accept very well robotic technology, and they actually looking for something to be a companionship for them, and they like robotic technology and they accept it very well.
Okay, weird question. Do they have a character? Like personality or something like that?
Of course. It's very important question. Thank you for the question. Definitely, we will going to program different kind of personality, and we're going to adapt a personality of the robot to the personality of the elderly people. So with the woman, it will be one personality of the robot, and with the man, it will be another personality.
But there are many types of women and many types of men.
But we're not so different that you can imagine.
Really?
Yeah, we can find a mainstream and to start to work with the mainstream, and later on to add additional program to be able to adapt behavior of the robot to different kind of personalities.
But can it come instead of a human nurse that showers, gives the pills and all that?
No, our technology is social assistive technology. Social. It means we're going to help people only by social interaction with no touch. There are another kind of robotic system like assistive robotics that will able to help people but actually move people or help them by physical assistance.
Tell us a little bit about the Founders Games competition.
It's a very important competition, and we were selected from about 2,000 startups, and now we in the 5 of the best startups there, and we are looking for votes. We really need help of all people.
The website for voting is on our screen right now.
Yeah,
so we believe in your startup.
Yes, thank you very much, and I really hope that people will vote and will help us to be in the finalist game and to have a pitch with the most important companies in the world. with a lot of venture funds, and it will give us a great opportunity. And I must say that we only Israel startups there that have chance to get this speech. So please help us. There are a lot
They
of.
will. It sounds amazing. Just last question. So if someone listens to the show now and is curious, when will the robot itself be part of common use? Do you know?
We hope to have our robot not for a common use, but the first robot for the post-stroke rehabilitation in a 3 year from now. And later on, also we hope to go to other markets and also to have a personal robot. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, good luck. Thank you very much. It was super
Thank
interesting. I
you.
could have continued to talk to you forever because robots scare me. I have to say.
You should come to us and to have a great experience, interaction with our robot, and you will change your opinion for sure.
I'm afraid to change my opinion because if I like a robot, it freaks me out. I don't know, but great job, amazing, and let's hope it's gonna make people feel much better in these times. Okay, let's move on. Did you know that Jessica Alba has a startup? Yes, it's called Honest Co, and it's a commerce startup co-founded by actress Jessica Alba that makes and sells eco-friendly personal baby care products. It has raised $70 million in a Series C funding round, which brings the company's current valuation to the area of $1 billion. Honest executives have said in press interviews this week that an IPO could be in the future. As the Star told host Jessie Draper on the Valley Girl show last year, she's done everything from answering the phone at the Santa Monica, California company's office to testing packaging by kicking boxes around the parking lot. Good to know, Jessica. Check out her success story.
I feel this intense responsibility now to create the safest, most loving, and healthiest environment for my family.
Before children, there's a classic selfishness about it. But when you're a parent, you have this great new opportunity to say, like, I will do anything for this new little being.
As good as it is, it could also be exhausting and totally overwhelming. I was definitely not prepared.
Today's parents, they're facing a new reality: autism, allergies, childhood cancer. Yet most parents don't really understand how to protect their children from these chronic diseases.
I mean, there's so much information out there. It's hard to really figure out what is what and what are the right choices.
Baby leg kissing. And now it's official. We're well on the way to a true 3D display. This one, called Sphere, is the work of a team of researchers working together from the University of Sao Paulo, Brazil, and the University of British Columbia, Canada. And it's true wonder. The Sphere has a number of tiny projectors in its base, and by using infrared cameras dotted around it, the image is then scaled and adjusted as the person moves around it, giving the appearance of a complete 3D object. Inside the Sphere, the viewer can see animation and images that appear to float in the center of the globe, and they can see other sides of the object as their perspective changes while they move around it. That's super pretty, super impressive. Now we can all be wicked. We could be the Wicked Witch for real, which is lovely. Okay, Instagram rolled out a new app on Tuesday, and users are putting selfies aside and are already rushing to try their hands at time lapse like magic. Here are some great examples of uses of the new Hyperlapse app. pretty. Okay, DJ Matthew Deere teamed up with General Electric acoustic engineer Andrew Gordon to sample the tones created by thousands of different GE machines, from turbines to medical equipment. Then the sounds were then chopped up and reassembled into Drop Science. The result is one definitive wow.
There's music in everything. There's music in the entire world that we live in.
It's virtually impossible to turn off your ears. Even if you plug them as tight as you can still hear your body, your blood moving.
Whether it be nature, birds.
It's bouncing off the walls, the floor, from the ceiling.
Man-made sound. There are many ways that you can turn that into music. I can cut a loop out of a machine,
Okay, we'll put the whole thing on our Tumblr. It's a Tube24, and that's it. So thanks for watching. Log on to our Twitter and our Tumblr, as I said, the Tube24. And always remember, when the legend becomes fact, print the legend. That's John Ford. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your weekend. Goodbye.